Naked Beauties, here we are with our Naked X system, and we are about to demonstrate it on my amazing model client friend here. And she's just coming in right now for her in-between style and getting her extensions maintenance. So she has what you all like to call that investment hair, okay? She's got the hair that she spends the money on, but she's able to take it out and put it back in, take it out, put it back in. My amazing client, she has been coming to me for several years. She get her extensions in, and then sometimes she wears her natural hair out. So you know what that means? She's actually got hair underneath here. And I keep her hair nice, fresh, and healthy from all of our products. So I'm gonna go in with our Naked X system. I'm using it to maintain her extensions, but then also to take care of her scalp too. I'm gonna have her lean up. I don't know if you can see. Well, she has some itchiness and dryness at her scalp. Let me give you a little background on her. She's a personal trainer, and she does her personal training at the gym. She sweats a lot. She also works out a lot herself. Her body is banging, you hear me? And she also does swim classes. So she's not just dealing with the sweat, but she's also dealing with the chlorine and things from the pool as well. So we're taking care of all of that today. I'm gonna go in first with our Naked Serenity Scalp Refresher. Not only do I use this here in the salon, but I also use it or give it to her just so she can take it home to maintain her scalp as well. She doesn't leave without this product here because it actually makes her scalp feel amazing in between services. So take the cap, twist it open, and I'm gonna use it to get inside all of these tracks, and it's gonna give her that refreshment she needs at the scalp and also that itch relief. I just put the Serenity Instant Scalp Refresher at her scalp, and I'm going to wet the extensions. When I'm using the Naked X shampoo and conditioner, I'm careful to get it on the extensions only. This shampoo was formulated for the extensions. It was formulated to help keep those extensions intact and in good shape, and also to relieve any bacteria in them so that they can last longer. That's the main purpose of it. So the shampoo, it goes on easy, it suds easy, it's also sulfate free, and then it rinses off really well too. I think that's the biggest problem I was having with shampoos that I was using on the extensions. It would take forever for them to rinse off, and then it would leave some kind of residue on them. This Naked X shampoo and conditioner does not do that. It really goes on, leaves the extensions clean. It doesn't leave them weighed down. It leaves them nice and light. And then I'm able to rinse it right off. That's a big, big part for me. I'm going to shampoo her actual hair with something else, her natural hair. I'm gonna use that tea tree shampoo, especially because we saw already that her hair had some dandruff pieces in it. I'm also going to use the moisture repair on her hair. Again, I'm doing to her hair what her hair needs, while I'm doing to the extensions what the extensions themselves need. Remember I said that she works out a lot, So we have to take a lot of care to make sure that that scalp gets as clean as possible. That's where this instant refresher comes in handy. One thing I love about this refresher is it's not as drying as the other antiseptics that I've tested and tried before are. Some of the other antiseptics really make that scalp dry it out. Even though it's cleansing it, it dries it out. We always want to avoid that. At the end of the day, the scalp is attached to hair. It's a part of the skin, so you want to make sure that you're using something that leaves it moisturized. The shampoo being sulfate free, it gives it the ability to be used on extensions that have been color treated. Jessie usually has color treated hair. We've been going the last few months without the hair being color treated, but it's important for the hair to be color treated for somebody like Jessie who likes to change her hair color up. She does blonde sometimes, occasionally red. She even does unicorn hair, so it's like my unicorn hair, so she's done some purple before. Being able to switch it up, not damage the hair, and then also not lose the color is the reason why we made that shampoo sulfate free. Again, you want to make sure that you're really rinsing the natural hair good. I'm going to go in with the Moisture Repair shampoo as my second shampoo on the natural hair. And then I'm going to use the Naked X shampoo again on the extensions just to make sure that they're cleaned out. Most times I'll only do one lather on the extensions. That's normally enough to get any debris or anything else off of the hair, and then also to help to close that cuticle down and make it restore that silkiness to it. But again, Jessie works out a lot, so I'm gonna do just a little bit more on that second shampoo. I'm only using a very little bit. A little bit goes an extra long way. Now let's just say you get your extensions in and they're coming straight out of the package. My fear at this point is I don't know what has happened, what's on the hair or anything. I think that we've been reminded to make sure that we're paying attention to any kind of bacteria or germs that's around us. That becomes a part of it too. And then also I want to be able to make sure I am efficient in my services, and I'm not wasting time and spending too much time on the extensions themselves. Of course, I want to make sure that they are well taken care of so they will last as long as I tell her they will. I mean, just as extensions, we don't start switching out until we're at least 1.5 years in. And we'll do kind of one bundle at a time, but they're expensive. And so when they first come in and they're coming out the package, I always get my spray and use the Naked X spray on them so that it will rid it from anything and I can just go right in with them. Now the Naked X Luxe Smoothing Conditioner. I'm gonna use it on the extensions themselves. This conditioner is very lightweight. I'm only using, as you see, just a little bit, okay? Emulsified in my hands so I cannot just have a whole blob in there. And I'm running my hands through my head, through her head. And as you can see, it instantly adds some smoothing to that hair. And when I say it's an instant conditioner, it's something that I put on and then rinse right off with warm to cool water. If you have some extensions that are dry and you really need to give it some moisture so that you can revive it, you can leave that conditioner on a little bit longer and it'll give it a very deep moisturizing mask. You want to make sure that you're rinsing this conditioner off thoroughly. Like I said, use warm water to cool water. If the extensions are not in the client's head already, I use a much cooler water. Right now I'm using a warm water on her. Just want to make sure all of the conditioner is off of her hair at the time. But it's going to leave it nice and silky and smooth so that her extensions last for much longer than what they normally would. Sometimes we see frizz and fraying on the ends of the extensions. This shampoo and conditioner helps to rid that. Even when you're using like the curly extensions, oh my God, the curly extensions, it works really well on that too. Because it gives those curls that definition that's necessary at the bowl. Now remember, we're using human hair. You know, we're not using anything else but human hair. And so you have to actually give it some care too. Extensions can get split ends. It can get, you know, damaged and frayed. The split ends can always come from over curl and over flat ironing and all of that. And the ends will start to look tacky and terrible. And so we have to make sure that our clients are not only educated themselves on how to care for the extensions when they get home, but that we're doing the right thing too. Starting with Naked X is always gonna give you the best shot at keeping these extensions extremely fresh. And come on, just getting some of the water off of the extensions. I'm gonna comb it through and detangle her hair. And I'm gonna add some Infusion 365 on her natural hair before she goes under the dryer. But we can see how clear her scalp is now, hopefully. Her scalp is clear from all of the dandruff and dryness, and it should also be clear underneath the braids. But just making sure that her hair underneath is taken care of too. Everything looks good. I wanna comb her out, put a little 365 on top, and she is going under the dryer so that she can get dry and we can begin to style this baby. So let's just say that you have a client with some hair and it's tangly as well, or after you shampoo it, it's tangly, or they have some curly extensions that's tangly. You can always use the Infusion 365. It will not weigh the hair down. I'm gonna spray just a little bit on her extensions. I always start combing from the bottom and go up to the top. She's ready. Put her under the dryer. All right, bye, Jess. Okay, you guys, my Naked Beauties, while my client is under the dryer, I wanted to talk to you all and give you a little bit more about the Naked X system. First off, let me tell you, this is one of the reasons why I developed this system, period, is for ease of time and efficiency when I'm taking care of my extensions. And then also for my clients,
when they're going to get their hair braided, or if they're putting a wig on or doing something quick themselves, so they can be protected without having to do too much. I don't want them to have to waste all night and using certain things on their extensions just to try to make sure they're prepared to put into the hair the next day. It becomes really easy. So I'm gonna show you an example. Here's our Revive Hair and Scalp Spray. This is one of the best things that's inside the line, right? And so if one of my clients, or if you buy some extensions and you're getting ready to put them in, let's just say if it's a wig or it's extensions themselves, all you have to do is take it out of the package and put this Naked X Revive on it. And the formulation for it makes it kill bacteria even before it touches your hair. Great thing about it is it happens instantly and you don't have to wait for anything else to happen. So like I said, most of my clients will take their hair and soak them overnight, something like that. Those days are gone. We don't have to waste all that time. I know when my clients come in, I would take the hair out of the package, shampoo it first and let it dry, but that takes time as well. Now there's no more drying, no more time. All you do is take it, spray it on the extensions. It doesn't weigh it down, make it nasty or anything like that. Rub it through with your hands. It's instantly dry. It never over wets itself. So I could take these extensions after spraying it on and put it right in my client's hair. Or my client, if she's at home, she wants to do a ponytail or something like that, she can take it out the package, spray it down and put it right in. Another thing that it does is it takes that smell away. Remember the smell that you get when these extensions come and you open them up and it has that disgusting smell on it. I mean, if you got a little honey at home and you going to bed with your husband, you just put those extensions on, he's like, what is that? This Naked X Revive Spray is going to take the smell away too. It has a nice like minty scent. So we have those products in it that are, or those chemicals in it that is going to take the bacteria away. It's also going to take the smell away, and you will end up with fresh smelling extensions that you know are protected. So when you put them in your hair or it's on your skin, you don't have to worry about that bacteria. Yep, girl, it worked. It worked. Same thing with this kind of hair. I would make sure that you go in with it. As soon as you open up that package, you could go straight from the package to the head, long as you're using the Revive spray so that it can take any of that bacteria out. I also have my clients using with their braiding, if they're putting braiding hair in. Have you had any times where you feel like maybe I'm allergic to hair, it's breaking my hair off, it's messing with my scalp, there's a lot of itching? You'll notice when you're using the Revive spray that you don't have as much itching, because it's taking the bacteria away that's going to cause that uncomfort or that discomfort at the scalp. It's taking that away. And so believe me, get it, try it, use it, and let me know how much it takes those uncomfortable spaces away from you, because it's definitely going to do that. Now, let me give you a hair hack. A hair hack, product hack when it comes to the Revive. You know, you can use all different products, all different ways. Yes, I'm telling you to use it on the extensions to take away bacteria, but let me give you another way that my clients are starting to use it as well. Remember, my lovely client Jessie works out all the time. So she takes some of this home too, and she'll spray it at her extensions and even at her natural hair right at the base, not spraying to saturate the hair. She's not spraying it to get it wet. She's just spraying it so that that antibacterial in the product will begin to take away any of the nastiness that's at her scalp. It keeps her hair fresh. That's also good for somebody who's working out, who just has their natural hair. Once you finish working out, or if you have braids or something like that, you know, that sweat can make you itch at the scalp. Once you finish working out, you go back into the room to get dressed. Take that spray and spray it right at your scalp. Let it sit for a second, ponytail it up, and you could go on about your way, keeping your scalp fresh as you're going, so you don't have those issues. So if you're a heavy workout or you sweat a lot or anything like that, even if you're working in smoke, you're working in the elements outside, you feel like you can, your hair is starting to take in some of those smells, the Revive is going to protect you, and it's also going to make that hair not smell that way. It's going to be a humidity. It's going to give that humidity to your hair so that you do not have to have that nasty stinkiness or anything like that. So make sure you're getting it and using a hair hack as well. The other thing I want to show you is I want to make sure that you're protecting your extensions. Here's our Naked X satin bag. Now, you know when you go to sleep on your natural hair, you put a satin cap on to protect the natural hair from split ends, from dryness, stuff like that. The extensions are the same way. They're still natural hair. Remember, I told you, natural hair extensions have to be protected as well. That's only if you want them to last long, especially your investment hair. I have some friends that have investment hair and they have different ones that they use all the time, and they take it and they clip it up and they hang it in their closet. Like, who wants to actually open the closet and you've got hair hanging from the closet at all times and it's still not being protected? Take your investment hair, once you treat it with the Naked X system, you can shampoo it, you can condition it, especially if you're not going to use it for a while. You spray a little bit of that Naked X on, the Revive spray, drop it right in your satin bag. While it's drying, it will be dried in a safe space. You're creating a safe space for your extensions. It'll dry in the safe space and it'll keep it protected. You don't have to worry about it getting back to any more, mess on it, crud on it, anything like that. And it'll also protect it from those split ends. Make sure that cuticle stays smooth, the hair stays smooth. And when you take it out to put it, install it back in your hair, it's going to be smooth and silky and flowing as well. So make sure you're getting your Naked X satin bag. Protect your extensions the same way you're protecting your hair. And here is the luminous Naked X Elixir. I am actually in love with this product. You can use serums on your extensions, but you have to use something that doesn't weigh the extensions down. It's extremely, extremely simple. It's very, very simple to weigh the hair down and to make it appear to be oily. This serum is so lightweight that when you put it on the extensions, it can move. It doesn't just sit in one place, and it doesn't weigh the extensions down. I'm gonna tell you again, it doesn't weigh the extensions down. So when you need that extra amount of shine, that extra amount of smoothness, if you need just to define curls, anything like that, use the luminous elixir, and it's going to give you the shine that you want without making it weighted and heavy looking. Always the best thing to use. I'm gonna use a little bit on Jess when she comes from under the dryer too. I'm actually gonna hair hack it. I'm gonna use a product hack, a hair hack on this, and use it on my hair as well right now. So you all see, I just put some tight curls in my hair, but when I'm going through to style it, I just wanna go and separate those curls a little bit. I'm gonna show you how this works, okay? Always just a little bit. A little bit goes a long, long way. Since I'm styling out with my fingers, I'm gonna make sure to put it just on the fingers and go in and separate these curls out. Okay, so again, I just want some definition in each of these curls. A little bit of shine. My hair is color treated. Really need to turn to the actual mirror because I want to use both of my hands. Y'all don't pay attention to the back of my head. I have not been to my stylist. See, beforehand, I didn't even do anything but a tight curl. There was no comb out, there was no finger out, there was no nothing. I'm just going through with my fingers, giving some additional definition to the curls, loosen them up a little bit. This is the kind of style that becomes very simple when you're at home and you already have your cut in. The cut is the most important part. You've gone to somebody that can really cut well. My stylist can cut very well. So all I did was take the irons, do some tight curls, and then use my elixir only and go in and separate the curls out. And you can see how much shinier it is, but also just separating out, and it gives that smoothness to each one of the curls. What y'all think? Am I cute? A little bit cute? So you can always use the elixir on your natural hair. If you have any type of curls, rod sets, girls, I know you're doing your rod sets at home. When you take your rod sets out, you can use the elixir on your hands to just smooth those ends down. If you're doing your wash and go easy, your wash and go even, and you have, you can see over the course of some days that it starts to fluff out some, that elixir works very well on natural hair, just like it does on the extension. Again, it's lightweight. So when you put it on, it doesn't look like it's heavy on the hair, but it gives you that shine and that smoothness that you actually want, right? Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat. I am answering questions, and we'll make sure that you know exactly what you can do for whatever the question is that you have. Always remember, go to Essations.com or EssationsPro.com. You can get your products there. The Naked X, the whole system is in there. You can get it. You can bring it home. We have fast shipping, and you can use it, and then you can come back and tell me what you think about it. All right, Jess is back. I've blow dried out her leave out. I didn't do anything crazy with it because we're gonna flat iron it, of course. But I want you guys to see how soft and free flowing her extensions are. Remember, I told you that the shampoo and conditioner does not weigh the hair down. It doesn't make it feel nasty and icky. And you can see just from the movement of the hair how there is no residue on it. There's no heaviness on it. It's going to move. It is going to move, right? The goal with extensions, especially when you're doing an installation like this, is to make sure that the hair looks like it's the natural hair, and that's exactly what we have right here. I'm just going through and giving Jess some straightness. You know, sometimes, a lot of times, our young women want to wear straight. Jess she's a hard-working girl. I mean, not a working girl, but she's a hard-working girl. But she normally has her hair in ponytails. She did remind me she's a volleyball coach. And she also does private volleyball one-on-one lessons as well. So being busy like that, coaching girls, doing her, doing her physical training business, it puts her on the move and on the go. So a lot of times she wears her hair straight. Sometimes we get fancy. She says she's not just the straight girl. She gets fancy sometimes if she has somewhere to go. But normally we're just doing a straight look. But as you can see, this hair, it has that nice shine to it that we want. But it also is so lightweight, so free flowing. And so imagine her with her ponytail. You see it swinging? So she really does. She really is able to get that smoothness and that beauty from out the hair. You have that shine, you have that silkiness without it being weighed down. That's exactly what Naked X is going to do. And it also adds that protection to it where that bacteria is not going to be there and it's not going to hurt her at all. She is completely safe with the Naked X system. And these are extensions that we have. Some of them we got more recently. Some of them we've had for at least, 6 to 8 months now. Yeah, maybe even longer than that because they've been used for maybe 3 installations. So I'll show you once we get to the top how that extension is looking even after almost a year's worth of time of using them and reinstalling them in her hair. This is the oldest bundle that's in her hair. It's almost at least a year old, maybe about 9 months, between 9 months and a year old. And it is investment hair. She pays for her hair, she invests in it. But the Naked X helps to keep the stitching in place and in line. That's on the actual weft itself. It helps to protect that. It also helps to protect the hair. And you can see on even this older bundle how good it looks. It looks amazing. She could still get at least another 6 months or so out of this bundle of extensions itself. So when I say, or when the stylist says that this hair should last 2 years, as long as you're taking care of it and using a system that protects it like the Naked X, you can definitely get 2 years out of it. So let me give you a little blending trick before we go into the final style of doing a Laslade. As you can see, her hair has been smooth straight. She looks silky smooth. Again, there's so much movement inside of these extensions, you would not even know that they are. A blending trick would be using the soft hold spritz. I always use the soft hold when I'm blending the natural hair into the extensions. And I usually just spray it on the comb. I spray it on the comb, and it gives me the blend that I'm looking for. And I could do that all the way around the head. The color is the same as her hair, so you don't have that issue. But even when I am coloring extensions, the soft hold spritz is always the way to go when I'm blending it. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of Slade, which is our super or strong laid edge control. Right by Jessie's face. I'll use a little bit of Slade on her edges. So I'll take just a small amount of the product and put it on my fingertip and go right at the edge with it. Not all into the hair, but right at the edge. And then come behind it with the comb or a brush. I'm going to use brush. And that's when I am following with my finger, brushing the product into the hair. And that gives her all day hold. It gives her the smoothness that we want her to, but it doesn't flake up and make it white. And so when she comes back over it later on, it's not going to be flaky or anything like that. And I'm going to do right in the top here too. Getting a little bit on my fingertip and going right at the edge of the hair. Not getting it all on the hair too much. Use the brush. Brush it into the hair. Smooth it where I want it to go. And voila. This girl is Slade. And I'm going to let her get up. And I'm going to let her shake that hair around. And I'm also going to let her tell you about the products because she's actually been a naked beauty for at least 8 years. She's been with me. And She wears her extensions or she wears her keratin treatment, and she goes back and forth with the product. She loves the product. She takes them home with her and she uses them as well. So when she gets up, I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about the product too. Is that okay, Jess? Okay, all right.
I have been seeing Stephanie for almost 8 years now. I used to get micro braids and my hair was getting too long for that, so they told me I couldn't get my hair done. But I met Stephanie and she did wonders on my hair. Like, it's her hair, not my hair anymore. The products, I absolutely love them. Like she said, I am a personal trainer, a volleyball coach. I lift every single day, so I'm sweating all the time. I'm in the pool, so my hair does get flaky like you saw in the beginning part of the video. All of the products that she uses helps that. I even use them at home probably every other day to help with that flakiness, which it does help if I actually use it, or sometimes I don't, which then it gets worse. But her products have done wonders on my scalp, on my hair. She is an amazing stylist. She knows all of her information in and out. She's incredible.